there! It's time for a personal project that I've been working on between commissions for several weeks. It is Flamewar, who, as far as I know, is a comic exclusive character from Transformers. She's only had one official toy, which was a Cyberverse Legion figure, the rest being botcon giveaways. The most recent one was given away at botcon 2014 as a freebie. Although if you were to actually try and buy it now, you might find her on eBay for over $130. Yeah, she was free if you actually attended the convention. Good luck otherwise. Not wanting to spend over $100 on a deluxe figure, I went down to my local Walgreens, picked up a Beast Hunters RC for $12, and decided to see if I could customize it into Flamewar, since it's a straight up repaint and there's no extra, it's not actually got a new head or something. As usual, you want to dismantle a figure so you can get into the nooks and crannies to paint them, which is easy for the arms, as they're simply 3 pieces held together with ball joints, and easily repaints in Flamewar's arms, which is black with a purple highlight. The legs are another story altogether. They are held together with pins. There's really nothing here that you can take out. The only thing you can remove, in theory, is the little thigh piece up there, which is the only part held in with a screw. But since that part of the leg is uniformly black, there was no reason to do so. So, essentially, I had to paint this whole thing in one piece, which, seeing how many moving parts there are, and especially how the wheel rim had to be red, this was not the easiest of tasks. You really got to get in there. Fortunately, I just got some new paintbrushes with thin bristles that could get into gaps like that, so hooray for me and my new tools. The head, by comparison, was a much simpler job. I undid the screw in the back so I could take out the light piping, and then painted her face with all the blacks and reds and yellow. Her head looks like it's made out of fire. And I also painted her eyes purple and the face silver. It's the eyes, there's paint on them, but the paint application is thin enough that the light piping still works, in principle. I also repainted her crossbow weapon. Nothing here could be dismantled either, so, painting around moving parts. I was afraid that painting the missiles red would result in them not wanting to fire because they'd be thicker, but they still work perfectly. You can put them in there and they will fire out the same distance. I guess I was able to put the paint on just right. Or maybe it's the kind of paint that I used. Perhaps Testors is just good for this kind of thing. Okay, so let's move on to the hardest part of the build, her torso. The only part of the torso from this Beast Hunters RC mold that can actually be removed is the wheel, which is held on with a simple mushroom cap. So I took that off so I could repaint the fender and the rim. The rest of her body was quite the ordeal, as there's screws in here, but if you undo them, it doesn't really do anything. She is held together everywhere with pins and I think glue somewhere. Because there's an automorph head reveal, that means that pretty much this entire torso is one piece that you can't really dismantle without really having to get intimate with its engineering. So yeah, that means painting it all in one piece, inside and out. All the silvers, reds, yellows, and mostly black. Even a little bit of white right below her headlight, because she just has that little splash of white. You may be wondering where the flame decal is. I actually wanted to go to Repro Label and see if they made a flame decal for the RC figure, just in case someone else had tried this. But I emailed them and they said that they didn't have such a decal, so I had to paint it on. And that meant waiting for the first layer to dry so that I could paint the flame jobs on top of it, which you will see now in the completed figure. For the record, I do not appreciate how this stupid recording program keeps on cutting out the last word I say. So I'm just going to try and leave a little bit of a trailer from now on. So, this is Flamewar. Look at her. This is the motorcycle mode. You can see I painted the flame decals on top. Let's get an above view so you can see how I did it. Considering I did it solely by hand with paintbrushes that cost me less than $5 actually, I think it came out pretty good. Of course, you probably want to see what she looks like in robot mode, because that's, the most flamey flame that she has. Well, here's a close-up first, so you can see the details of the flame print bikini top. I don't know, I guess Flamewar's a Yoko Littner fangirl. Or is Yoko a fangirl of Flamewar, because Flamewar first. I think Flamewar came first. I also made a tiny little Decepticon logo. It's just printed on a piece of paper, nothing special there. So, taking a look at her, from a distance, she still poses, she can hold her crossbow weapon, and, she's Flamewar. She looks cool. And I didn't have to spend over $100 on her, so go me!